Das ist unglaublich.
What happened? Am I... What are you doing? You're German.
Wie geht es dir? Bist du verletzt?
Whoa. How am I still alive?
Deutschland. Versteck dich irgendwo, los. Hey!
Kannst du uns helfen, Kurt? Wir hören immer wieder Geräusche. Aber einfach bei den Menschen. Ich bin nach.
Vorsicht! Könnte eine Falle sein.
Irgendwo hat sich einer versteckt. Den erwischen wir schon. Was machst du denn, Kurt? Da ist nur was hinter der Kiste.
Gefangen nehmen!
Please, don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm just a photographer. Understand?
Hey,
Photographer.
Hey, Freunde, lasst ihn. Seht ihr nicht? Er hat doch keine Waffe. Lasst ihn.
Halt dich da auf!
I tried to save him,
He tried to save me.
but I failed.
Hey! Birdman! Wake up! Come with me. We don't got much time. You transfer out tomorrow, right? Well, this is your last chance to get your camera back. Come on.
A prisoner of war. A phrase I'd never have understood back home in Canada. But there I was, 4 months into a stretch, at the pleasure of the German army. I was to be transferred out to the country. I'll never forget that last day. They'd taken my notebook, my camera. This was my last chance to get them back.
Come here. Hurry, quick. So, on cleaning duty this morning, I went through all their cupboards. I got your camera, your notebook, and anything else with your name on. I stashed it all together. It's ready to go. Listen, I'm on a break, but they got me cleaning the guard block again. You know what that means? Today's the day, Birdman. Shift starts again soon and there's only one guard right now. Come on. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Okay, Birdman, time to do your thing. Wait until I'm inside. You distract the Fritz and I'll get your stuff. I'll meet you out back. I've already stashed your things. I just need a distraction, like we discussed, right? Komm rein, Julia.
Blöde Gefangene. Jemand sollte sie alle erschießen. Alle.
Psst, come here. Hurry, quick. Here's your stuff. Go hide it in your bunk before anyone sees.
I had to hide them. A stack of letters. Months' worth. The guards have been holding all of our mail. Now you'd think, that many letters from Julia, I'd have torn them open. But if I got caught, I'd never get out. I had to hide them. It was torture. I'd also forgotten that Kurt had given me his address, back in Vimy. He lived on a farm, and I was due to be transferred out to the country. It gave me an idea, and I knew just the man who could help. Yes.
Dear Katrin, 4 months of asking and still they do not grant my leave. All that is left is my duty now. I wake some mornings forgetting why I came here in the first place. The only thing that keeps me going, the only light I see are these letters home to you and our darling daughter. The weather here has turned a lot colder. I ride surrounded by snow. Please tell Lucy.
So I had Kurt's address, and was to be transferred to the country the next day. If anyone knew how to change a movement order, it would be my friend Julian.
Change the address on your movement orders? Impossible. You're crazy. You can try, But it's your funeral, Birdman. Follow me. Right in the cabinet at the back. But that's the officers' quarters. You're not getting in there without a damn good distraction.
Soccer. I hadn't played since I was at school. I hated sports. I was never any good at them. But, for my plan, I didn't need to be.
Well, no more football for us. Our ball's stuck on the roof. I can't believe it, Harry. Thank you so much. You want to play? Come on. Okay, wait until I'm ready, and then shoot.
One lucky kick was all I needed, and I got it. That ball was my way in.
Zum Teufel soll das? Hier liegt überall Glas. Ah, schon wieder dieser dämliche Ball.
Jeden Tag immer das Gleiche.
I was on the train before I had the chance to finally read Julia's letters. I was so distracted. I didn't even care if I was going to Kurt's farm or not. My heart was pounding.
Dear Harry, thank you for all the wonderful photos you send to me. I received no reply from my last letter. Please write back. My dearest Harry, I will not believe harm has come to you. I cannot bear the thought of a world without you in it. I love you, Julia.
And for the first time, those letters carried the scent of her sweet, sweet perfume. I had to get home.
It had been nearly a year since I had seen my home, since I had seen my family. I could not sleep. At home, I dreamt of war. At war, I dreamt of home.
I wasn't going home. Not yet, anyway. But I did have my camera back. To most on the Allied side, Germany was a machine, efficient and relentless. But there were people starving on that train, people that needed help.
Ich habe solchen Hunger.
Du hast in diesem Wagen nichts verloren, Gefangener. Raus hier! Geh weg! Was ist?
I remember a carriage of wounded German soldiers. Some gestured to me for food. I wasn't the hero Julia thought I was. I couldn't help these people. But I could take photos. One day, I thought, when I'm back in Canada, I'll show people what happened.
Was glotzt du so? Geh weg!
Man hört so einiges. Alle sind Mörder.
Durch die Hybridnamen Verstärkung für ihre Luftwaffe. Trotz des Roten Baron.
Jetzt so ohne Russland kann niemand die Deutschen aufhalten.
Was sein? Diesen Monat haben die Ostende ganz gut gehalten. Nicht hast du recht.
Ob es im Dorf wohl mehr Leben?
And as I took those photos, I wondered, had my plan to get to Kurt's farm even worked?
I had 10 days at home and barely knew where to begin. I knew only that Lucy needed me. I could not even bring myself to enter my son's room.
Darf ich etwas Brot haben, Papa? Wo ist mein Bruder, Papa? Hast du ihn gefunden? Mama sagt, du erzählst nicht gerne vom Krieg. Warum, Papa? Mama sagt, wir haben nichts zu essen, weil Krieg ist. Warum braucht der Krieg das ganze Essen, Papa? Hat Lotti dir im Krieg geholfen, Papa? Ich möchte eine große Scheibe, Papa.
Es tut mir leid, Liebes. Dieses Stück Brot muss lange reichen.
Mama, ist Lotti eine deutsche Katze, Papa? Was hat sie in Frankreich gemacht? Meinst du, ich kann auch mal in den Krieg, Papa? Danke, Papa. Du hast mir gefehlt.
Guten Morgen, Kurt. Ich habe Dr. Siegfrieds Stethoskop aus dem Dorf mitgebracht. Für Luzi. Luzi, hast du dein Brot gegessen? Wir brauchen Feuerholz, Kurt. Oh, wir brauchen frisches Wasser aus dem Brunnen, Kurt. Holst du bitte etwas?
Things were different at home. Weird. We have all changed, I fear. Maybe it was Luzi's illness. Maybe it was the war. But I never mentioned Max, for I could not speak of my failure.
I remember that little girl so clearly. She was alone, and she was hungry. I couldn't just leave her. Maybe the adults on board could spare a little food.
Ich habe etwas Fleisch versteckt. Hast du es dabei? Wir essen es später, sobald wir zu Hause sind.
Whoever that chocolate belonged to, they'd be happy to feed a starving child. Or that's what I told myself anyway.
Schokolade? Hey, hat Schokolade.
They let the prisoners walk around. As long as we don't cause trouble.
Ich habe aber nichts, was ich dir geben könnte.
Was ist los? Schokolade, Schokolade. Bitte. Was für ein Luxus. Danke. Vielen Dank.
Mörder. Du hast hier nichts verloren. Raus hier.
Oh, danke für die Schokolade.
And for some reason, it reminded me of the man whose life I accidentally sent Allied intelligence to. The German and his cat.
Hey.
Kätzchen. Lotti ist so lustig. Hey, Lotti. Hey, Lotti.
Wie ich sehe, fühlst du dich schon wie zu Hause. Du bist hier immer willkommen, aber geh nicht in mein Bett.
Lotti ist so
Hey, Lotti.
lustig.
Was machst du denn da?
Lotti, Lotti. Was machst du hier, Lotti? Ihr Kätzchen. Lotti. Komm hierher.
I did what I could, but Lucy remained ill. I wish I knew how to help my little girl. I came home to see my wife and my daughter, to spend time with my family, and yet none of us spoke. I thought I could come home from the war. I thought I could leave it behind. But I understand now, Katrin, and I'm sorry. I can never leave the war behind. The war follows me wherever I go.
Sure enough, I found myself on Kurt's doorstep. I didn't know how he'd react. It's one thing being friends with the enemy in a tunnel underground, but another being friends out in the open. I needn't have worried, though. Kurt and his family were kind to me. They took me in, gave me a bed to sleep in, cooked me meals. In return, I helped out on the farm and did what I could around the house. A few days later, Kurt took me to a nearby village. There were things his family needed. Lucy, his daughter, was sick. And Germany was struggling to feed itself by that time. Everyone was hungry. So while I looked for food, Kurt looked for medicine for his little girl. Kurt trusted me with one of his ration tickets, but people weren't too friendly.
Nicht für dich. Geh weiter, Abschau.
Du bist hier nicht willkommen. Verschwinde! Hör auf, uns zu quälen!
Geh weg!
Hey!
Mörder!
Du! Geh weg!
Wir nehmen heute keine Patienten auf.
Eine Essensmarke? Wir haben noch ein Leib. Nur für Sie.
I finally found a loaf of bread. Food for Kurt's family.
Tut mir leid, Kurt. Ich habe nichts, was Luzi helfen
Alles
könnte.
kommt wieder in
Dr.
Ordnung.
Siegfried hat vielleicht ein paar Pflanzen, die helfen. Er redet zwar in letzter Zeit mit niemandem, aber dich hat er immer gemocht.
Hey, Kurt. Schön, dich zu sehen. Heute ist mein letzter Tag. Morgen muss ich zurück. Henriette hat mir von meinem Bruder erzählt. Unfassbar, dass er nicht mehr da ist. Jetzt mache ich mir nur noch Sorgen um meine Familie. Wir schaffen das doch, oder?
Kurt, ich habe Klaus das von seinem Bruder erzählt. War das richtig? Jetzt ist er völlig verzweifelt. Gebrochen. Hätte ich nur nichts gesagt. Aber ich danke dir, Kurt, dass du uns die Wahrheit gesagt hast.
Kurt, wie schön, dich wiederzusehen. Dieser Krieg. Nicht einfach, hm? Zumindest wurde Jonas anständig begraben. Dank dir, Kurt. Jonas hat uns vielleicht verlassen, aber deine Tochter ist noch bei uns. Diese Pflanze könnte helfen. Koch sie in Wasser, gib Luzi den Sud zu trinken. Entschuldige mich, Kurt. Ich möchte allein sein. Viel Glück, mein Freund.
Now I could take care of Luzi. I could work on my plan for Harry.
It was then Kurt showed me his plan. See, a real hot air balloon. And he wanted my help.
Komm mit, Harry.
I sure hoped Kurt knew what he was doing.
Hey, was soll das denn werden?
Moment, ich komme schon.
Du Bestie. Lecker.
Er kommt nie wieder. Du hast mir meinen Sohn geraubt, Mörder. Es gibt nichts, was du mir noch antun kannst.
The inn opened its doors to the public. I knew Kurt was looking for a barrel. This was good timing. But would they let me in? I was the enemy, after all.
Keine Sorge, Kurt. Das schaffe ich schon allein. Ich mache Pause. All das hier aufzuräumen ist harte Arbeit.
dem Krieg konnte ich immer schlafen. Das ist vorbei.
Schön, dich wiederzusehen, Kurt. Ich hoffe, Luzi geht's besser. Ich mag mir gar nicht vorstellen, wie das so ist, wenn man seine Kinder nicht beschützen kann. In Zeiten wie diesen...
The innkeeper sure seemed good at talking, and Kurt gave him someone to talk to. The perfect distraction.
So immer noch deinen Sohn, Kurt? Der Krieg kennt kein Mitleid, Kurt. Dem Krieg ist egal, wen er tötet. Ich hoffe, du findest deinen Jungen. Aber sei nicht so optimistisch. Suchst du immer noch deinen Sohn, Kurt? Der Krieg kennt kein Mitleid, Kurt. Dem Krieg ist egal, wen er tötet. Ich hoffe, du findest deinen Jungen.
Remember, I had no idea what was going on. What use did Kurt have for a balloon? But whatever I said on the long walk home, Kurt's response was always the same. He pointed toward the sky.
So that is what happened, Katrin. I took these things from the village. I made a plan to help the man who I believed to be a hero. To repay my debt for the time he saved my life. And for the time he sent Allied intelligence to help me. I wanted to build a balloon for him. I wanted to send him home. To set him free.
Before I met Kurt, I imagined any German would kill me as soon as look at me. And I guess that's because of the stories I was told, you know? To folks back home, he would have been an evil Hun. But he was also a father. He was also a husband. And he was also my friend.
But I was too quick to trust the Canadian. Too quick to call him a friend. I see now how foolish I've been. I see now I was wrong.
But Kurt wanted to build a balloon, and I think he meant to build it for me.
Something was wrong. My daughter didn't normally call out like that. She didn't make a fuss.
At the time, I thought maybe there'd been an accident and he needed my help. It never occurred to me that I'd done anything wrong. It just never occurred to me.
Harry! Das ist er. Das ist er. Das ist mein Sohn. Und du hast dieses Bild gemacht. Du warst tot. Ist er tot? Du Mörder!
I was as surprised as Kurt. I didn't know who Max was. It's like the picture of his son triggered something in him. Flipped a switch. You could see it in his eyes. Before we knew it, he packed up early, went back to war, and took a bunch of my photos with him.
Germany is interested only in its final push on the Western Front. They believe they can take Paris. I've not come here for Paris. By chance, I've been reunited with Franz. I haven't seen him since Vimy. Franz is built for war. Cold and detached, he sees the Tommy as vermin. I never used to understand him, but I do now. He will be a valuable ally. He has agreed to help me find the man in the picture.
So that was it. Kurt left. Me? I resolved to build that balloon. I didn't know if I could do it without Kurt, but I knew I had to try. It was a long shot, but I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in Germany. And back home, there was Julia. So I'd build that balloon. Truth be told, there was not much else I could do. I was always grateful to Katrine. Even after everything that happened, she let me stay in the house. Maybe she just liked the company. I don't know. I helped in whatever way I could, and the three of us kind of fell into a routine.
Ich hab Hunger.
Noch keine Nachricht von Kurt heute. Ich versuche mir keine Sorgen zu machen.
Ich habe Hunger, Harry. Ist noch Brot da? Du bist lustig, Harry. Du bist so albern und du bringst mich zum Lachen. Geh nicht weg, Harry. Bleib doch für immer in Deutschland. Eine große Scheibe, eine große Scheibe. Du bist nicht wirklich ein Feind, oder, Harry? Wo ist Kanada, Harry? Danke, Harry.
That day, the postman gave me a letter, and for once, it wasn't from Julia. The postmark was from Newport, in Belgium.
Ein Brief für Harry Lambert.
Harry, my boy. It took me forever to track you down. I've thought of you often since Passchendaele. And I'm sorry, Harry. For everything. For dragging you into this war. For leaving you there. I swore to protect you and I failed. An officer is only as good as he... Take one final order from your old major, it's this. Go home, Harry. The first chance you get. Go home to your girl. You've got the uniform now. I know it's the only reason you joined. She'll love it. With respect and friendship. Barrett.
Wir müssen über die Brücke, bevor sie gesprengt wird, Kurt!
As we move against the Allies, as everyone focuses on the attack, I focus on one thing. I focus on the man in the picture. I will find him for you, Katrin. And I will find the truth.
Wir brauchen deine Hilfe!
The Major? Last time I saw him was when the shell hit at Passchendaele. I couldn't believe he survived it. I guess what they said in the trenches was true. The war just couldn't kill him. Work on the balloon was slow. I had no idea what I was doing.
Danke, Harry. Danke, Harry. Danke, Harry. Danke, Harry.
I barely even understood Kurt's plans, but he did, wherever he was.
Dear Catherine, the offensive of Paris failed. We are forced to retreat to Germany. Yet today, I made progress for the first time. I know his name now.
Du suchst nach den Kanadiern? Da hinten haben wir einen zurückgelassen.
Die Tommys haben Scharfschützen in diesem Gebiet. Geh lieber nicht weiter.
Every Canadian I capture either claims ignorance or simply misunderstands. They all look at me as if I'm some kind of madman. But this one understood. And this one recognized the man in the picture.
Halt! Das ist gefährlich! Die Tommys sind ganz in der Nähe! Don't kill me! I'm no threat to you! Is that Major Barrett? I don't know where he is, I swear!
Barrett, Catherine. His name is Barrett.
I daydreamed a lot back then. If I could finish that balloon, I thought, maybe somehow I could escape. Maybe somehow I could get back to Julia. As the months went by, Katrine kept me updated about Kurt. She'd point to maps to show me where he was, explain as best she could. Kurt sure didn't give up easy.
Kurt! Das ist Ihr Übersetzer! Was für ein Glück! Bring ihn zum Reden, Kurt! Der hier versteht jedes Wort.
Was wollen Sie denn von mir? Bitte, ich habe einen Sohn. Ich habe das Foto noch nie gesehen. Das schwöre ich. Moment, das ist doch Major Barrett. Sind Sie hinter dem her?
Er weiß etwas. Man sieht's an seinen Augen.
Angeblickt ist er durchgedreht. Er würde abgezogen.
Droh ihm, Kurt. Er hat Angst.
Er ist jetzt am Meer stationiert, in Newport. Mehr weiß ich nicht.
He is in Newport, Catherine, and I will find him. I will find Barrett. It's only a matter of time.
Katrine showed me the letter. Kurt's search for Barrett had led him to the Belgian coast. He'd found him. Whatever Kurt's plan was, it wasn't going to end well. And Katrine knew it. She begged me to save her husband. I didn't know if I could find Kurt. Hell, didn't know if I wanted to. But I did have the balloon. And one crazy idea.
I suppose they will call me a deserter now. But I never cared for this war anyway. I only ever cared for Max. Our son, my boy.
Katrine gave me a map of Europe and Kurt's old hunting rifle. I don't know which one of us was more surprised that the balloon even floated.
The world would have his armistice, and I would have my answers.